Well, hello and welcome back. My name is Kieran Siemens and this is my inky world where we do all our inky drawings. We are right in the middle of the big storm Bertie that's striking the UK at the moment, and it is dark, wet and windy and freezing cold at the moment. I wonder what weather it is where you are. I hope it's better than mine. So we are going to get in and do some drawing today. We are going to get into something to warm up these fingers a little bit. And whatever it's going to be, we're going to call it Bertie after the storm. So, if you're in the mood to do some drawing and you've got your mug to do your keeping your thirst at bay, let's get into some drawing. You ready? This way. Hello and welcome. So we are going to get into some drawing. I have absolutely no idea at the moment what I'm going to do, which is sometimes a good thing. Sometimes you come to this blank piece of paper with these preconceived ideas and it kind of messes with things. So sometimes it's nice to kind of sit down, pick up a pen, whatever comes to hand, start with a biro maybe, just to freshen it up and get something moving. Or we could start off with some nice big dirty water. Well, let's start with some dirty water. Let's just see what we can get out of just kind of breaking everything down, just to kind of, shake things up a little bit. I mean, sometimes by doing that, you kind of, okay, well, that's quite a nice type of shape already come through. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so I've just put down a splash of something just to kind of give me a mood. And I was thinking about the mood of this storm that's running through the UK at the moment. It's called Storm Bertie, and it has hit the UK quite hard. There's lots of flooding and such going on. And I have a dog walking group that I am part of. Just some people that I meet up in the park and we walk our dogs together. And we have this kind of chat thing, and I put on a message today if people were walking in the park, and I said, well, it's too stormy. I said, it's far too... So I'm not going. But when it sent it through the Apple ID, it said, I'm farting. So I was slightly embarrassed by that everybody thinks I've stayed at home to do some farting. But such is life. Such is life. I wonder what all those people in the park are probably thinking. Oh, Kieran's not coming. Why is he not coming? No, because he's farting. Okay. Anyway, let's get into this shape that's come up here. Now, I kind of do like the way that has fallen. Let me just check on my numbers before. I have no speed camera today, so there will be no speed version of this drawing today. Since everything is on charge, I'm finding everything's very slow to charge these days. I can see something there. I don't know if you can see, but I can see almost like a gorilla type of shape coming through there. And that's kind of... I mean, I might not draw a gorilla, but I might draw something in a gorilla type idea. And sometimes it's nice just to play with this freedom, And I've often said this on our chats. I've often said that it's sometimes nice to not know what you're going to draw. And I do feel like it almost relaxes your mind into a state of happiness. That you're drawing something that has no kind of pressure, you know? I'm under no pressure to make this into a gorilla. I'm under no pressure at all to make this into a great drawing. Other than I'm going to be embarrassed by all the hundreds of people that are watching, but at the same time, I might come up with something that makes me think, wow, there's more in your second brain movement than you think, you know? And that's also highly, highly exciting. And I'm going to go down that kind of... Oh, come on, nib. I do hate it when a nib does not want to play a game. And what it does is it kind of relaxes your mind into a state of having fun. And, you know, you've got to try and get that childlike feeling back into your artwork. The feeling that you're just out to draw something and that's it. You're not out to draw a masterpiece. You're not out to impress anybody. You're just out there for fun. You're just out there to kind of relax your mind. As you would if you were going for a drive, or you were going to play some golf, or you were going to go and, I don't know, walk in the mountains. You're going there mostly just to kind of relax your mind. Even when I walk the dog, you know, I don't go walking the dog thinking, am I walking the dog well? Is the dog happy? Am I walking in a straight line? You know? And I feel like sometimes you're adding far too much pressure to your adventure. So in these sessions, I try to just get you to relax, to kind of chill out a little bit. To get to the point of saying, well, I want him to have a wonky eye, you know? Why? I don't know. Maybe he's had a battle with Godzilla or something, you know? And again, it's nice just to kind of run your pen around in a way that you're just kind of making lines and you're not getting too tied up with what are the lines meaning and where am I going? Why is that bleeding out? Well, that's okay. It'll make sense in the end. And in a lot of cases, that's what happens. You know, the more you're kind of thinking of it, the more beautiful things happen. Now, I have started up the Funky Doodler Club, and I'm I'm adjusting it. I'm trying to find the right thing that appeals. You know, the whole thing is that I need to find a way to draw that works for everybody, and I'm still not really convinced that I'm doing it in the best way that I'm doing it. I'm doing it very much in a kind of similar style, if you would, a similar type of feeling to the way that my daily drawings are. And that was originally planned to be that way, so that the kind of progression into watching the demonstration videos like this one would be a kind of a progress, that people would go into the learning things and then move across to something where they could watch me draw and things would kind of make some sense maybe to them about the whole drawing method of relaxing and doing things for fun and not getting too worried about, why did I do that line? Does it mean something? Was there something behind it? It's more about the fact of, I've done that line and it's beautiful, you know? And you've got to kind of bring yourself into this feeling of enjoyment and enjoying the process and not being so critical about the process. And I try not to be critical about my drawings. And part of the thing that I'm trying to explain to people is that be critical in 3 days' time. You know, when the drawing's sitting on the side and you walk past and you look at it and you go, "Oh, that arm's a bit funny," or you know, be critical then, not now. It's too close. You're in the journey. You know, you're in this adventure, and don't get too fussy about this adventure already. You know, I mean, you haven't even finished the drawing and you're being so critical about it. And that's not the time. It's really not the time to be critical. Well, that's kind of looking quite interesting. Don't like that one either. Let's go for a gold one. There's the gold one. Pretty much the same. Right. So what am I needing? I'm needing a brush. I need to shake up some of the lines a little bit here. Oh, all the pieces are falling off my brushes. Basically because my brushes sit in water or ink all the time, and that's interesting. That's nice, actually. And do I dare to do that? Yeah, go on. That's nice, actually. Now, see, that's worked really nice with that. You see how that has worked as some kind of smooth roll there. That's beautiful. I love that. Right, back to my pen. Where did I? Oh, there's a little one. And it's got this lovely kind of darkness about this drawing. It's kind of got a lovely thickness about it. What's up with the nibs today? Nobody wants to play. That's too big. That's too big. That's too big. What's this skinny one here? And just go with your mind a lot of times. Just go with whatever my mind is saying. There's a hand there, and I'm just kind of, I can't really see it, but I've got to kind of listen to my second brain and just say, yeah, okay, I'll, you're right, I will do a hand there. Why? I'm not quite sure at the moment, but a lot of times it comes out to be correct. So in a lot of cases, just listen to it. So if you do have any advice or from what you've seen on the Funky Doodler, if there's anything that you think that could be done better, send me a message. I would love to know. If there's anything that you've seen that, do you think I'm doing it for the age is too young? Do you think it's too simple? Do you think it could be more simple? You know, I'd love to get some feedback from you. You can send me a message now. But I had set it up as a kids for kids type of thing, thinking that it would help me to kind of get seen by a younger audience, which was the original plan. But I didn't realize that being in the younger audience would cut me off from the world. As in, if you choose, oh my God, what is happening today? Look at this. Well, I'm not happy about that. What else have I got? You'll do. And I thought that by having a younger audience would kind of maybe get some kind of younger comments and younger, but I didn't realize that younger audiences can't comment. So that's kind of messed everything up, and I was wondering, oh, I didn't get any comments on this. I didn't get any. And there's me being really, really kind of worried almost, you know. I'm kind of thinking, well, what happened? Why didn't anybody comment? You know. What happened? Do people not like it? What's going, you know? I was starting to get into panic stages. But all it was the simple fact that I had switched it off. Is that kind of working? Can you see it there? Sometimes setting this camera up can be really difficult. So, of course, and then one of my lovely followers, Cecile, thank you very much for writing to me and saying, oh, I can't comment. Why can't I comment? Oh, you've set it up as a, oh. And so if it hadn't been for Cecile, thank you so much, lovely person, I would have been sitting there thinking, why doesn't anybody give me any comments? So now the comments are turned on. It is now for public and not for children. So please go back and have a look, and if you've got any ideas about the channel, I would absolutely love to hear them. Am I doing it too young? Am I doing it at the right age? Is it too basic? Is it not basic enough? I would love to hear from you. I know that some of the people on the channel draw with together with their children, and that's kind of what inspired me in a way, you know. I kind of feel like he's kind of like sitting down there. Let's see if I can get big feet in there. I kind of like the idea that he's kind of squatting down there. He's sitting. It kind of looks like he's kind of like being very cute and very thoughtful, you know. That's a nice foot, isn't it? It's always nice when you come to the hands and feet and stuff like that. I know that some people kind of panic when they have to draw a hand or a foot or something, but in a lot of cases, I do think it's kind of like a lovely kind of challenge almost. You know, it kind of gets you down to drawing things in that kind of gnarly habit, you know, and that is so lovely sometimes. And there's our very cute little kind of gorilla. And we're going to call him Bertie, because the storm Bertie is beating the UK at the moment. For those people who are not in the UK, stay warm. For those people that are in the UK, stay indoors. Go and watch your favorite TV show, or cuddle up with your pet dog or cat or whatever you've got. How many of you got dogs? I love my little dog. My little Mr. Miro is so lovely. He's such a gorgeous dog. I would be lost without him at the moment. He's become my little cuddle pooch when it gets cold. You know, it's great at night. You can kind of put on a movie and he'll come straight up and he'll cuddle up to you. And not that I'm really a TV watcher, to be honest. I've kind of got quite bored with the whole kind of TV scene. I sometimes smooch around on the internet a little bit and see who's doing what and what's interesting, but well, that grey has actually worked out really quite nice, hasn't it? It's kind of given us that lovely stormy grey that we were looking for. How lovely is that? And I'm going to put my name down here, because there isn't much space after this gorilla has taken up. It's taken up so much space. And I love to just scratch my name in at the end. It does give me great pleasure. It's actually become a kind of like my inky drawing kind of signature. It's not that it's kind of just developed over using the ink, and it's become quite beautiful. I'm really quite pleased with it. the fact that I have to kind of hack it onto the paper, you know. And that is our lovely Bertie the gorilla. And I would love to hear what you think about Bertie. He's such a sweetie pie. Oh, lovely. I'm very pleased with that. Right, let's get a nice brush and do a nice kind of frame it up nice. And there's something nice about this process as well. I guess it's just that part of me that loves to do things messy, you know. I love it when the ink splashes, and I love when it makes a total mess. It really does tickle me, you know. I guess I was just one of those kids that loved to make an absolute mess, you know. Get down the bottom. Get some nice textures going there. Bring that up around the edge of the leg. Whew! And we have made it. That, my dear friends, is Bertie the gorilla. Named after the English storm that is wrecking the place at the moment. So, today's drawing, Bertie, and I would love to hear from you. If you haven't subscribed, I really would love you to. And if you'd like to send me a comment and tell me what you think about today's drawing, or have got any questions about today's drawing, I'd love to hear from you. Okay? So, for me and the Funky Doodlers, I wish you a very good day. And thank you very much for stopping by. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.